Jay Williams, I know you're relaxed. It's now time to work.
305, my city, my city. This is one of my favorite stops on the road, Ed, and I'm sure the same applies to the visiting players.
No more time on the beach. It's time to hoop it up here in South Florida. Controlled by the Philadelphia 76ers. Simmons driving, but a shot no good. The drive, right to the basket. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Sixers have the basketball. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Embiid. The monster stuff.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Jay, sometimes it's not just the heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Knocked loose, and that's going to get out of bounds. It remains Sixers basketball. Simmons. To Tobias Harris. Chance here for the process. Joel Embiid. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Miami with the basketball. To Butler. Fires the three. Off the mark. To Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris above the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Butler into the front court. Down just a couple. Here comes the screen. To Butler. For three. Message received. Well defended. To Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Substitution being made in this one. Trey Burke against Leonard. Not today.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Eric Spoelstra now going to use a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Heat checking this one. Eric Spoelstra makes the move to his reserves.
I got some for him.
Butler. Gets it in the right corner. To Butler. 5 on the shot clock. A drive, but he can't get it to go.
Hey, lock up.
Has a chance. Off the mark. Surprised he took that one. Butler. To Dragic. Kicks it around the perimeter. To Butler. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. Burke with it. Lead stands at 7. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Dragic with it. 9-point margin.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Goes to the left side. Jimmy Butler missed his first. That one goes. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
He'd have the basketball. Butler. From long range. That's not his range. It's no good. Burke with it. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Joel Embiid. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start. Eric Spoelstra now gonna use a timeout. His guys find themselves down double digits already in this first quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
I got ball. Right.
Dragic. Butler. And too much contact.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Throws it down.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
Burke with it. The lead stands at 9. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
It's the Heat with the possession.
Hey, match up, match up, match up.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one, count it. And he makes them both.
Oh, you been in the gym, huh?
The first quarter's complete. It's the Sixers out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Nothing going here on that drive. Beyond the arc for 3. That out of his range and no good. To Simmons. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
Old school equals high percentage.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Simmons. Love the hustle. Sprawled out on the deck. From the painted area, won't go down.
I got ball. I got ball.
Shot by Jones, no good. Simmons with it. It's a 9-point lead. Embiid. Shot from the lane, won't go. Knocked loose. Nothing going here on that drive. Runner's good there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Embiid. sizing up the defense. Joel Embiid. It's like he's shooting into the ocean. He has not missed.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Mike Scott tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Simmons. Short jumper won't go down.
You got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Nothing going here on that drive. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Runner here won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
5 to shoot for Miami. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Subbing in for the Heat, number 55.
Simmons to Embiid. Miami secures the rebound. Lets it fly from long range. That's not his range. It's no good. Chance for the process. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Fires the 3. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
To Simmons. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Got it. Eric Spoelstra knows what he wants. New men coming on the floor. Right down Broadway. 4-2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Leads 5. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Butler. And a chance coming up at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Jimmy Butler at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Oh, blocked away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. (4-3). Misfires. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
In the front court comes Simmons. Up by 6. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Butler, the rebound taken down by the Sixers. To Tobias Harris. Pass stolen by Miami. And throws it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. There it is, Al Horford. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. That misses with a second to go. First half in the books. The 76ers have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. The 76ers worked hard for their halftime lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Heat are in need of some changes at the half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Bench points.
The Miami Heat had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
It's the Heat with the possession. Butler. Al Horford able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Jimmy Butler with that shot. He's 5 for 8.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Simmons into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Has a look. That's what you come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Butler to bring it up. The deficit is 6. Fires the 3. Can't get the bounce. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Dragic. To Butler. Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Sixers control it. Simmons to Horford. Takes stock of the floor to Tobias Harris. Trying to cash in. Harris's shot won't go. Butler into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Tobias Harris. To Butler. For 3. Jimmy Butler is going to get a chance at 3 here. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Knocks down the first. And he misses the second. And they call it.
A simple touch foul.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
To Simmons. Trey Burke. Off the mark.
And if I'm on the defensive end, this is where I apply more pressure. I want to make sure this guy does not get going in the second half.
And count the basket.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Sixers have the basketball. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Dragic into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Here comes the screen. Baseline drive to Butler. Lays it up and in.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Simmons with it. Our score all even in this third quarter. To Horford. Ben Simmons. Ooh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Butler to bring it up. His group now down 2. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. Well defended. To Embiid. Scores from the post.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
A drive by Butler, but his shot won't fall.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Butler. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Nothing going here on that drive. Joel Embiid rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Butler sizing up Ennis. Working it outside. Now a steal by Philly.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Dragic. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. Has a chance, and he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number 1, a hezzy. You look at the rim. The defender jumps. You blow by him. Number 2, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number 3, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. Long key from 3/4 court. That ends the third quarter. It's the Sixers out in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Philadelphia with the basketball.
Let's go.
Slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Embiid to Tobias Harris. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Butler has a look. Gets a shot up off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
And the defender over-pursues, and he's called for it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
To Embiid. Runner's good there.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Here comes the screen. Dragic to Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Dragic. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Embiid. Harris. Nice pass to set things up. Flushes it home. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Mike Scott.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. From long range, textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Good look that time, but off the mark.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Jumper's good.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Miami's got it. Short jumper won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Trey Burke. Tough matchup against Butler. To Tobias Harris. Horford. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Butler. Joel Embiid pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Over to the right side. Harris to Embiid. Great dish to set it up. Count the basket inside.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Tobias Harris, couple of free throws on the way. A career 81% free throw shooter. Nope, first one does not go. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Butler. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
There it is, Al Horford. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
And Jimmy Butler, all in stride. Catch and shoot 3 is good.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Great look and vision. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons to Horford. There it is, Al Horford. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Sixers have it.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
To Embiid. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Butler. That no good. Off the mark. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers were simply amazing in this contest. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Heat did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Defense.
The Philadelphia 76ers showed us how important defense can be in this league, especially when it leads to plenty of opportunities on the other end of the court.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in his zone, he just took it to another level. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.